Hey guys, it's Miss Sammy and Miss Kim,
Hi.
and we're here today to show you how to turn 3 ordinary toilet paper rolls into a great gift for somebody or for yourself. We are going to turn these into a do-it-yourself desk organizer. So you'll need 3 rolls. Now I have 3 toilet paper rolls.
I have a paper towel roll that I'm going to cut in half. And it doesn't even have to be cut in half perfectly. So now I have 2 tall and 1 short. And I'm going to actually trim this because I'm a little bit like I want it to be more perfect. But you can do anything you want. You can have 3 different levels.
Then you're going to choose, there's paper in your kit, a couple different colors or maybe a pattern. If you want something different, you might find some paper around your house that you could use. So ask mom or grandma or your aunt if they have extra scraps of scrapbook paper. They probably do.
Yes.
So I'm choosing for my 3 colors, orange, yellow, and a pattern of pink and white.
They are beautiful. I'm choosing green polka dots and light blue.
The first thing you're going to do is to measure out a piece of paper a little bigger in length than your tube, okay? So you're gonna, this is about the right piece of scrap that was left. So I'm actually just gonna cut this right along this line that was already there.
And as you can see, the back of my paper is a little bit different.
Mine's the same. Once you have a piece of your paper cut, you can take your toilet paper roll and a piece of tape, and you're going to tape that first piece of paper onto your toilet paper roll, almost like when you're wrapping a present. Move these out of the way so you can see. And you're going to come to where you can slightly overlap your paper, and you'll cut the excess off once Miss Kim's done with the scissors. And it doesn't matter if you get that exactly straight because we're going to be putting the seams of each roll together, so you're not going to see that piece. And again, you're going to tape that on. Try to remember to use your clear, transparent tape and not the masking tape.
And I actually taped mine on, and now I'm going to wrap it around. So there's just different ways you can do it, right? Taped it.
Oh, taped it, yeah.
Yeah, now I'm going to wrap it and cut it.
Yep. Once you get to this point, you're going to take your paper and fold it inside your tube. And you'll have to do it in little increments. And you're going to get something that looks like this. Can you see that? So it's not quite tight in there, but it is inside the tube. You're going to do this to both ends. So again, we're going to fold the paper in just a little bit at a time until we can get the whole thing in. And then you can kind of squash it along the edge.
Just like this, right?
Just like that. Excellent. So now we have one of our tubes completed. And we can move to the next one.
Okay. Mine's almost complete.
I'm going to use the yellow for my next one. And actually, it might work this way. So we can save some paper for some more.
Now, you know what? I'm going to trim my papers because
Runaway toilet paper.
it's not going to fit this way. It would be a tight squeeze. I'm just going to trim them up.
And you can also trim your little toilet paper rolls too if you want that 3D effect or 3-level effect.
Right, I should have done that. Should have kept one tall.
Well, you can make many more, Miss Kim.
I can. And you can too.
Okay, so I am at the point where I'm going to cut this extra piece of paper off again. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect because these seams are going to be put together. I am going to put 2 pieces of this tape on to hold that the paper onto the toilet paper roll more securely. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold the edge in again. This paper's a little thicker, so it's giving me a little bit of a problem.
Okay, so I have my second one done.
Now, my little piece wants to pop up, so I'm actually going to put a piece of tape on the inside to keep that in.
I wonder. I'm going to just see what it looks like when I use an orange.
Oh, nice. See, you can change your mind in between figuring things out. That's the nice thing about do-it-yourself projects at home is that you do whatever you want to do. You don't have to make it like us. If you wanted to, you could paint the toilet paper rolls or use markers on the toilet paper rolls.
Yes.
Or melt wax on the toilet paper rolls, but you definitely need help with an adult for that.
You could even do like a decoupage with tissue paper.
And Mod Podge.
Yeah.
Now I am cutting my one to be a little shorter. And for this one oh look, there's red on the back.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'll still use this pink pattern. So when you get scrap paper or scrapbook paper to decorate your rolls with, you might have some of paper that has 2 different things on the 2 different patterns on the paper, and then you'll have a really tough decision.
I was just thinking, you know what else you
This
could
Kim is
use?
going really fast.
You could use comic strips, colored comic strips to cover them.
Or pictures from magazines.
Yes.
You could make a collage. Or you could take pictures from, like, say you want to make something, you want to make this for your mom or your grandma for Mother's Day. You could take pictures of yourself and glue them on.
That would be so cool.
On the rolls. And it would be like a little photo collage for them to remember you.
I'm having a little trouble getting this paper tucked in. I think I left it too long. So I'm going to snip it. And then it folds easier.
Yes. It's just like when you wrap a present, when you have the ends and the paper's too long, it makes an odd shaped triangle.
Yes. I'm going to do the same thing here. Okay.
Almost where you are, Miss Kim. So once you have all 3 of your tubes, or if you wanted to put more together, they say odd numbers look best. So if you want to add more tubes, add at least 2 more so that you have 5. Because that's just a decorator's tidbit there that things look better in odd combinations.
Yes, that's true.
So I have my 3 tubes, and now we're going to be putting them together. We're also going to tie ribbon around this, so don't worry if your glue or glue dots don't stick totally right away, because they're basically to hold things in place while you figure out how you want to put your tubes together. So we have just general glue dots that we got from the dollar store, and we did put some glue dots in your kit. They're very difficult to work with. You'll find when you pull them off that they want to stick everywhere but where you want them. I would suggest putting at least two on each tube that you want to stick together. And like I said earlier, where you have your tape, you taped your edges down, that's where we're gonna kind of stick them together. Now, it doesn't matter if the tops of these match, but you want to make sure the bottom edge matches so it sits evenly on a table. Okay, so those two are together. Look at Miss Kim go.
Yep, they're all together.
Okay.
I only used one glue dot because we are going to tie them together, so I didn't think I needed two. Hopefully I'm right. We'll see what happens. Oh, I'm seeing another project come together right here.
Yes, you can make flowers. There you have 5.
Yes.
You can make flowers out of those.
You can. Awesome.
Okay, so I am going to stick my 3rd tube right like that. And I don't know if Miss Kim did this, but I reached inside with my fingers to squish my glue dots.
I did do
together.
that. Yes.
Okay. So now you have your 3 tubes stuck together.
Yes.
Good job, Miss Kim.
Thank you.
And you can choose ribbon to tie around your project.
There will be some in your project.
There will be some in your kit, but again, if you don't like what we've sent, you can take the idea and ask somebody if they have any spare ribbon in a drawer somewhere, which usually there's ribbon for wrapping presents and things around.
Now I've chosen this green and white polka dot ribbon. I think it coordinates nicely with the colors I'm going to use. And you can choose to tie it in a bow. If you leave enough ribbon, you know, you can have enough excess that you could tie a bow, but I'm going to not tie a bow. I'm just going to tape it together at the end. And I am going to have to get my hot glue gun out maybe, or I could try a glue dot. But I'm going to tape this together, and then I'm going to put a button on it, like so.
And I am also not going to tie a bow because I'm going to show you how to make a paper flower. But I'm going to cut my ribbon a little bit because it was too long.
Oh, I like that ribbon.
So Miss Kim has some paper flowers, and you can purchase these if you want to get more creative and make really nice looking things. But I'm going to show you how to trace one of these and make paper flowers out of scrap paper that you might have laying around. And we're just going to make a couple flowers. And I had traced one earlier but cannot find it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and trace one on, I'm not sure what pattern that is, but it should make a nice looking flower. You can also do this freehand if you feel comfortable with your flower making abilities. Once I have it traced on the back, I'm going to cut out a paper flower, and I'm going to show you how to attach it so that it curls and looks like a flower.
Now I have my ribbon taped. I'll use a glue dot to hold it in the center, and then I just tape the edge. And I'm just going to put this button on here. But I wanted to show you that sometimes you have buttons, I don't know if you can see this, but there's like a hole behind the button. And I put a little ribbon through it. So you could use something like that to tie around your project. Or you could attach this where you have your tape. But attaching something with a hole, where it stands out, it's not flush behind it, is going to be difficult. So it would have to go into the crack.
If you have
or stick a hole.
If you have a glue gun at home and somebody can help you with that, you can stick that button on there that way. But I wouldn't do it on your own.
I'm just going to use a glue dot for our purposes here.
So I've made 2 paper flowers. I punched a hole through the first one, and the reason I did that is because I'm just going to stick my ribbon through there, hopefully. I just thought it would look a little better.
I was just going to say real quick, when you make this at home, I used a glue dot to hold my button on. You would want to get mom or dad to help you hot glue something like this, because I don't know how secure that will be in the long term. But for now, mine's finished. What do you think?
Oh, it's very cute. It's
you.
handsome, actually. That would be beautiful
Yes.
for a father or a brother or a male figure in your life.
Yeah, it doesn't look very frilly.
No.
It's more tailored.
So, and you can see mine, I just pulled the knot through on the flower. And then I'm gonna kind of scrunch it up a little bit so it looks more like that.
That's beautiful.
Now, I might put a glue dot, I am going to put a glue dot behind that first flower to hold it in place.
That looks beautiful.
And I'm going to add a second flower, but I think I'm going to trim the petals down a little bit so it sticks out or stays in front of this one on the back.
That is very creative, Miss Sammy.
Thank you, Miss Kim.
You're welcome.
Thank you for all of the supplies that you've let us use
Oh,
today
you're
as we're
welcome.
creating all this.
I was going to show while you're cutting that what it will look like when you put
Pens
some
in it.
supplies in it. Yeah. So it'll hold them together on your desk or dresser. Yeah. Or your dad's desk, your brother's, your mother's.
You could even make these for your favorite teacher.
That's right.
Is there a Teacher Appreciation Day?
There is.
There you go, guys. This would be, they would think this was so great, you using recycled materials to make them a gift. Okay, so I'm pulling the knot back through and turning the paper flower a little bit. And again, I'm going to use a glue dot just because I want it to stay.
You can get as creative as you want when you make this project.
If I can get the glue dot off me. And then I am bending my leaves up so they get a little bit of, and I'm gonna put one more knot in my ribbon.
I was just thinking a pony bead might be nice to slip
Oh,
on
in the
there.
middle. Mm-hmm.
Have like a little bead as the center of your flower.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
So there you have it. Miss Kim and Miss
Two different
Sammy.
kinds. Yeah.
2 different organizers for a desk. See you next time.
Bye.